Good morning, everyone. Nahum 1 verse 7. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in him. It's such a simple message, and it's such a deep and real message. And it calls for something. It calls for trust in a God that you can't see. And sometimes people go, but just look at your circumstances, or just look at this or that, and you'll see God. And sometimes your life looks barren, and you can't see Him, and you want to understand why you can't see Him, or you want to go, but I can't see Him. And people are going, just trust, because He's there for you if you trust Him. It's so funny because you can just call on God in a moment, and He'll be there for you. And sometimes, even if you've loved Him for a long time and you've trusted Him for a long time, it feels as if He's just never been there for you, just for like a thing, like if your business isn't going well, or if your marriage is failing, or if you've got a child that's struggling, and with whatever it is, whether it's with addiction, whether it's with not having a job, whatever it is, you sometimes think, but so many years I've prayed for my child, and this is now happening. And so sometimes the evidence in your life doesn't look like He cares for you because you've trusted in Him. But I've always said this, and I say it again. Sometimes His care looks different. Sometimes His care looks like a lesson that you keep not learning, and you've got to learn it again, or learn it once more, or, something different. So I want to encourage you today. Do not stop trusting. And because I'm encouraging you, often it means I have to encourage myself. I'm needing to encourage myself. There's certain areas in my life that sometimes you stop and you take stock, you look back and you think, or you look around you and you think, I'm not feeling like I'm progressing in this area of my life. Or am I really needing to do this? Or this consumes so much of my life. Take these devotionals, for instance. This takes a lot of time. I don't mind giving it time but I don't mind giving the time because I often get a little note going. Carry on, please don't stop. That touched my heart today. Or I really needed to, I've shared it with somebody because that person needs it. And I must be honest, there are times when nobody has said anything, and then I think to myself, is it even worth it? Often, just after that thought, somebody says, I've just listened to this now, and this was really just meant for me today. And at the beginning of these devotionals, I always say to myself, if it just touches one person. So I want to encourage you to trust. I've had what I see as hardnesses in my life, and things that have been hard for me. But I do know that there are people struggling with things far harder than what I've ever seen in my life. And so I see you, and I look, and if I see you, God sees you. And He sees you, and He sees your pain, and He sees the things that make you want to, you are desperate about. God sees you. Don't forget that. He is your Alpha and your Omega. He is the one who loves you forever. He is the one that gave you peace when you needed it in the storm. So sometimes God's care looks like peace in the storm. And sometimes God's care looks like no storm for you today. So where are you at this stage? What has God seen for you? And do you know that you can trust Him? Think about it. Have a wonderful day, and we'll speak again tomorrow.